Okay, quick content warnings. Knives only used for cutting fruit. Methods for stage magic. So, like, how they do stage magic, you know. Mention of alcohol and non-consensual drugging. Alright, I hope you enjoy. Ah, it's you, my dear. Welcome home. How wonderful to see you again. Oh, of course, my apologies. Let me bring myself back down to earth. Gently, and there. Goodness, what must you think of me, reading you in mid-air like that? Please forgive my manners. I'm glad you think so. I've been thinking of ways to spice up my entrance. Audience these days seem to crave the impossible. Just imagine their faces if I were to float onto stage. Like a cloud across the moon. That would surely get them fired up, don't you think? Marvelous. Oh, wait. What am I doing, keeping you standing in the doorway like that? Please, come in, come in. Sit down, wherever you like. Before you ask, yes, the chance is red velvet. May I offer you a drink? If anything, you could possibly. Oh, don't be alarmed, my dear. It's just for security purposes. Please understand. I can't have anyone wandering in here. It's a rather competitive industry. You'd be surprised how often I catch myself a little Snoopy Two Shoes who claims they'd simply just gotten lost. Likely story. But in any case, locking my door is the very least I can do to protect myself. How do I know you're not a spy? Oh, my dear. I could sense it as soon as you stepped on stage with me. Those who would have stolen my secrets always have this convincing air about them. Fake smiles plastered on their face, their eyes darting here and there, like a thief in a jewelry store. Their every movement positively drips with guilt. But you, my dear, there's no such vibe from you. That smile you wore as you stepped into the light, as bright as the morning sun, yet a touch of shyness as you pondered to the wonder to come. So eager, yet so soft, like a bride awaiting her partner's kiss. Such an aura could never come from someone with ill intent. No, it could only come from one with a pure and honest heart. A rare find in this business indeed. Ah, but forgive me. Where were we? Oh, yes, your drink. I have anything your heart desires. Tea, lemonade, sparkling water, or perhaps you have a mood for something a bit stronger. I also have a variety of spirits. Tea? Of course. What flavor will you have? An excellent choice. I'm rather fond of that blend myself. You have great taste. Did you like the show? Marvelous. That means a great deal, especially coming from you. I must thank you again for being such a wonderful volunteer. Not everyone is so open-minded or good-humored. Too often I either get skeptics who volunteer for the sole purpose of trying to disprove the trick, or else the spies, like I mentioned earlier. Or if they're neither of those, they're an utter moron who can barely hold the prop right side up. But someone like you, whose sense of childlike wonder is still untouched by the cynical world, it's almost like Felt like the good old days. The pleasure is all mine, my dear. Have you ever thought of a career on the stage? I think you'd be a natural. I am quite serious, in fact. I've been considering taking on an assistant. After seeing you on stage earlier, I think you'd be perfect. Would you perhaps be interested? And there's that modest streak shining through. Yet another one of your endless, endearing traits. You would be wonderful. You take direction well. You have a natural flair for performing. And your beauty and wit would have put the gods themselves to shame. I could look 1,000 years or more and never find one more suitable than you. Well, I'll prove it to you. Lovely, isn't it? 100% silk, over 50 years old. It once belonged to my grandfather. Look inside. Do you see anything? Now watch closely and presto. Yes, that's right. She's been my faithful companion ever since I first took this to the stage. She is indeed. Still, one can only get so far with a feathered friend. After a while, one starts to long for something more. Someone who can actually carry a conversation. Someone who understands you. Who knows your dreams and your fears and shares theirs with you in turn. Someone to stand beside you, to hold you through the storms of life. But in any case, tell me, how did I do it? There was nothing inside my hat. You saw. How could I possibly have made her appear? Exactly. I just placed my finger here and lift up, and Viola. A dove-sized compartment. Don't worry. I don't keep her cooped up all around the clock. She has a cage all of her own. Good girl, Daisy. Oh, you'd be surprised, my dear. There's an astonishing number of fools in this world who can barely add two and two. Still, if you need more convincing, I'd be happy to oblige. How about this one? True. We don't usually reveal our secrets to just anybody, but everybody bends the rules now and then. Why draw a line in the sand, if not to tempt people to cross it? Besides, you would never betray me, would you, my dear? You would never use my secrets against me. Of course not. Now, I'm going to keep shuffling. Tell me when you would like. Tell me to stop whenever you like. Okay. Perfect. Let's see what we've got. Ah, the Ace of Hearts. Perfect. Now, would you like to write your name on it for me? There we go. Now, let's take the card and put it back in the deck. We'll cut the deck here and give it a shuffle. And with a snap of my fingers, I made the card vanish from the deck. Don't believe me? Take a look. Would you look at that? Ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, ace of spades, but no ace of hearts. Not quite. You're willing to check my sleeves if you'd like, but sadly, all you'll find is my wrists. Would you like me to show you where it really is? As you wish. Here, catch. If I were to cut the orange open, I wonder what we'd find inside. Yes, way. All I need is a knife, sharp knife. May I? Why so hesitant, my dear? It's just an orange. It won't feel a thing. Thank you. There we go. Quick cut here and separate the halves, and Viola, a card. And not just any card, your card. The Ace of Hearts signed with your name. You tell me, my dear. Think through it step by step. Precisely. It's quite simple. A duplicate card. With a little help of double-sided tape. The first card, the one you signed, seems to disappear from the deck, only to supposedly reappear inside the orange. When the truth is, the card in the fruit is a double. A good question indeed. How could I have gotten your signature in order to prepare the duplicate? Oh, no, my dear. You don't have to apologize. The hour is late. You've had quite the busy day. It's only natural that you should be tired. Think back to earlier. Was there anything that you signed recently? Correct. Marvelous, my dear. A mind as sharp as daggers. Now, you see, you were born for the stage. How can you deny such a clear sign of fate? Together we shall be Arrow and their awe-inspiring assistant. Together we shall sweep the world off its feet. What was that, my dear? Didn't quite catch it. No. But, my dear, how could you possibly give up the chance for such an opportunity? The chance to do what you were made for. Uh, You're not going anywhere, my dove. The way you're slurring your words, you're clearly in no shape to be out on your own. Besides, I can't just let you walk away. Not when I finally found you. I'm not gonna lose you. Not now. Oh, please, don't try to... Oh, my dear. What were you thinking? Bolting to your feet in your state? You could have been hurt. Here, lie back on the cheese. Let me put a pillow under your head. There. I'll fetch you a blanket in a moment. We wouldn't want you to get cold. There now. Shh. It's all right, my precious. I know it must be frightening, trying to move and having your body deny you, but it'll be all right. I promise. The effects won't last forever. Just long enough for me to get us both somewhere safe. Now, let's sleep fold you in its velvet embrace, and when you wake, everything ought to be. There you go. Just give in, my dove. Let those heavy eyes close and let yourself drift off. That's it. Shh. Dream of me, my precious dove. Dream of me and the wonderful life we'll have together. My hand fell asleep while I was recording that, but I want to say a few things before the video ends. Number one, thank you all for 800. This is nice, you know. Number two, for on Monday, I am going on a week-long boat trip, and I won't be able to be on my phone. So that means no content, and I probably won't be replying to comments. But I hope you enjoyed. Just